My name is Joe, and tonight I'm sitting in front of probably the oddest whiskey I've ever tasted and had in my collection. This is Crab Trapper whiskey coming out of New Hampshire, and it is a whiskey that is flavored with green crabs that are an invasive species to New Hampshire. And what they do with this is it's a 4-year-old whiskey that they take and steep somewhere around 90 pounds of crabs with the whiskey. They add some seasonings to it, maybe reminiscent of a crab boil, crawfish boil, and you get this juice that is sitting in front of me here tonight. I have opened this, I have tried it, I've been able to blind a few of my friends on it just to throw a complete loop in their idea of what whiskey could be. I appreciate the innovation and what the House of Tamworth, who is the distiller here, has done. And what I want to do tonight is do a proper review, talk about my thoughts. We will talk about value because there's a big number on this one. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what we get. And I don't even know why I'm going to ask this, but have you had crab flavored whiskey before? If so, let me know if I'm the only crazy one who ordered this, because I felt like I was possibly one of the only other ones. I did see that SLB Drinks had it in a blind, so that made me feel a little better that I wasn't the only crazy one who went out and said, hey, I'm going to purchase this whiskey. So let's get this poured up. It is very light in color. I will show it here. Very, very light. It almost looks like a tea, like a very light tea. Okay, for the nose, it's time to go on a little bit of a wild ride here. It oddly smells like a gin. When I first put my nose in this, what's strange is there's the slight briny, salty nose. It's probably from the seasonings that they're adding to the whiskey. But I do get a lot of like gin, juniper kind of notes in there. It's very strange. It's oddly fruity and sweet on the nose. It doesn't smell terrible. You would think that something like this would have maybe full-blown crab-related flavor on the nose. But so far, I'm not picking up too much of the crab on the nose. The nose is so interesting that it makes me want to continue smelling it. I don't want to candle anything like that of this one, but it is interesting on the nose. Okay, let's go in for the palate. Okay, so what's interesting is I'm not actually picking up a whole lot of crab. There is a salty kind of briny note. I'm definitely picking that up. The mouth feels nice. Okay, there's a little bit, the finish is kind of opening up now. I think the crab is starting to shine through. And for some reason, the glass is really starting to smell like a crab boil or fresh, crab sandwich or something. Let me... Yeah. Okay, so I think everything I thought initially, throw it out the window, because after you take your first sip, it now smells like a crab boil through and through. All I smell is crab. And now I'm interested, because as my palate and nose are adjusting to what I'm tasting, let me go back in for a second sip and see if I'm pulling anything else out. Yep. And now I'm tasting crab. Okay, so is it bad? No. Is it good? I'm glad I have a bottle of it. I'm not going to lie. It's different. It's cool to see how far whiskey can be pushed with some experimental batches, something like this from the House of Tamworth. It's very different. It's going to take your palate on a wild ride. The finish is very nice. It's well balanced. after you kind of adjust to it, you are going to pick up a lot more of that crab. So I'm getting it on I can smell it from here, which is blowing my mind, but I'm still tasting some of that crab boil. This probably would pair well, maybe if you are going to have a crab boil or some seafood one night. This might pair well with that. Maybe it would go good with a steak, maybe a little crab and steak. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some ideas here. It's not going to be something I regularly pull from, and I'll talk about why. This little 200 milliliter bottle was $60, which is unfortunate, but I understand that this is very much a craft whiskey to the core. You only have so much of this invasive crab species that you can use. So, you're not going to be able to get a full size, nor do I think I want one. But it is a little expensive for something so small. But like I said, this isn't going to be something that I'm going to be, sharing wide. Well, I will be sharing widely because I'd like to see my friends' reactions to this. But it is something that I will not be regularly going to. Rather, see some reactions from friends. So, interesting, yes. Would I go out of my way to purchase it? No. But if anyone says they don't like it, I think, I would probably disagree. It's actually not too bad. And maybe this is just discrediting all my opinions on whiskey. And that's okay. That's fine too. Hey, maybe my palate's a little different, but this is an interesting one. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you get a chance at trying this for any of my friends, I'm willing to give you a sample of this so you can see. Al, I'm talking to you. So, but hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.